Good morning and welcome to the award-winning WGTD Radio Theater. In this, our 10th season, we harken back to 2010 when we presented radio versions of great and memorable television shows the entire season. Today, we pay homage to two great sitcoms, Hogan's Heroes and The Golden Girls. These shows were written by Steve Brown and Mike Ullstrup and feature stars from the 91.1 Players. Our director is Vicky Dumais. As always, support for the WGTD Radio Theater comes from the Kenosha law firm of Valia, Dumais, Dunn, and McTurnan, Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, and the not-for-profit Brown-Ullstrup Performing Arts Foundation located in Salem, Wisconsin. And now, two great sitcoms.
Here, Kinch, what's coming in?
Hold on. Okay, got it. Where's Colonel Hogan?
He's in Clink's office, isn't he?
What's he doing there?
Do you need to ask?
Oh, that's right. Working on an unconditional surrender.
Yeah, you could put it that way.
I got to get this to him right away. They have to put a hold on his negotiations.
Good luck with that.
Colonel Hogan?
Oh, Colonel Hogan.
Oh, Helga.
Colonel Hogan.
Helga.
Colonel Hogan.
Helga, I love it when you use that deep voice of yours.
Colonel Hogan. One of your men?
Oh, Kinch, I was just on my way to see Clink.
Yeah, right. You might want to get a load of this first, sir.
Well, how about that? Helga, duty calls. Kinch, let's get back to the barracks.
So, what's going on, Colonel?
Looks like we're expecting company.
Oh, and I suppose I will have to cook for them all.
It'll only be one, LeBeau. It looks like we have to get a German scientist to England.
A Jerry scientist?
And a physicist at that.
A physicist?
Yeah, it looks like this guy was working on heavy water experiments. He's having second thoughts and wants to get out.
Alors that's big of him. Helps to give the bomb to the Boche, and now he wants to get out before they lose the war.
Yeah, that may be, but he has information the Allies can use, and better we have it than the Germans.
How do we get in contact with this bloke? Is he coming through the tunnels?
London wasn't sure. Details are sketchy. They really want us to move on this one quick. Not a lot of time to plan. The Gestapo might get wind of it.
Bah! Just like the English do not know what's going on.
Oi, 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 we always been there for you, froggies.
C'est vrai. And a lot of good that did us. You all floated away in your boats.
All right, you two. The enemy's out there, at least for now.
Mon Dieu, but how are we supposed to know how to get this scientist out of Germany if we don't know the plan?
I guess we do as we always do. Improvise.
So American.
Say, Colonel.
What is it, Carter?
Schultz is on his way.
Oh, and a perfect place to start improvising. With Schultz. Everyone in their regular places.
Hey, close that door! Whoa.
Come on, Schultz. You already have us in a prisoner camp. Do you need to freeze us too?
Oh, pardon me.
So, what's going on, Schultz? Any news?
You know me, Hogan. I know nothing.
Oh, come on, Schultz. Men like you are the backbone of the German army. In fact, of the whole Third Reich.
I guess we'll be winning for sure, then.
Hey! You never know what we have planned.
But as always, Schultz, you're right in the middle of it all.
That's right.
Clink can't make a move without you.
If he only knew.
Like, what about these visitors that are on their way?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, but your mouth is like a steel trap. You won't let anything get by you or anyone fool you into talking.
That is right.
Even under torture. Even by the Russians.
Russians?
But you're not worried about them.
Nein.
So, when does Burkhalter get here?
No, he is not coming.
It's not the big man himself, is it?
Big man?
You know, little guy, straight hair, small mustache.
Hogan, you are funny. No, he is not coming.
That's a good thing, too.
Why is that?
Well, one thing out of place, and he'd send the whole camp to the Eastern Front.
Good point.
Hochstetter?
Hogan! I cannot say if Major Hochstetter is coming. Besides, he is Gestapo, and I know nothing about the Gestapo.
And if you did, you wouldn't tell me, would you?
Nein.
Like that he was coming to Stalag 13 tomorrow evening?
Hogan. How can I tell you that he is coming tomorrow evening when he will be here tomorrow night?
That's my point, Schultz. You won't spill beans about anything.
That's right. I know nothing, and I tell no one anything.
And that's why your Germans are doing so well on the Eastern Front.
I need to go.
Why were you here in the first place, Schultz?
I can't remember.
Yeah, probably better that way.
That is correct.
You always know where to find us.
Goodbye, Hogan.
So, Hochstetter is coming for a visit. Why would the Gestapo come here?
Maybe he's looking for a good meal from our foggy ear.
Certainement. That is why the Germans never invaded England. They heard about the food.
Yeah, one thing's for sure. My friend Commandant Klink will know.
Weren't you just in his office?
He never made it past Helga's desk.
Good morning, Commandant Klink. How are things going in the German High Command?
I'm not in the High Command.
Well, to the men and me you are, sir. Our own little Stalag 13 High Command.
What?
Sir, it's important to the men that they know they're being held prisoner by someone important. That you're not just any Luftwaffe colonel.
Okay, Hogan, if it makes you and the other prisoners feel better, I'll consider myself in the High Command. Now, what is it? Why are you here? I'm very busy, preparing for an important visitor.
I figured you would be with Hochstetter coming tomorrow evening, and that you'll want to serve him a wonderful dinner that lives up to the lofty reputation that you have in the Third Reich. What should I have LeBeau prepare?
You know, I was thinking of starting out with some escargot. It's getting colder out, and I thought that kind of heavy hors d'oeuvres would work well to start. Hogan! How do you know Major Hochstetter is visiting me?
I just figured you wouldn't be preparing as you are for just anyone, unless, you were preparing for a visit from the big guy.
The big guy?
Little guy, straight hair, small mustache.
Hogan, you're not funny. No, the Fuhrer will not be at Stalag 13 anytime soon.
Well, I just thought with you being in the High Command and all.
Maybe.
That's okay, sir. I'll keep it between us. Could you at least give me a hint as to why Hochstetter's coming here? I mean, not for me, but for LeBeau. You know how temperamental those French are when it comes to food. Everything has to go together. The wine with the appetizer with the soup, the conversation with the main course, the champagne with the dessert.
You may be right, Hogan. Major Hochstetter always seems to be keyed up when he is here. So jumpy.
Well, it's understandable, Commandant. He's the Gestapo. It's a tough job keeping track of every conversation going on in the occupied Europe.
Maybe I can help him relax a bit. Having a well-thought-out meal may help.
That's the spirit, sir. Where's he from?
Someplace in Austria.
Oh, another one from Austria. You know you Germans need to control your borders better.
Tell me about it. Maybe some wonderful Viennese dishes. Can LeBeau handle that?
Can LeBeau handle that? Of course. Napoleon taught the Viennese how to cook.
Good. Yes, a nice Viennese dinner. Enough of this French food. After all, we're Germans.
Yeah, some more than others.
I have some wonderful German wines that will be perfect with such a meal.
Great. I'll tell LeBeau. A wonderful Viennese dinner for 2.
Oh, no, it'll be for 3. Major Hochstetter is traveling with a guest.
Oh? One of his aides?
Oh, no. From what I hear, it is a very attractive woman.
Oh, okay.
Why do you sound disappointed? I thought you liked attractive women.
Oh, I do, Commandant, but I don't want anything to distract Major Hochstetter from enjoying the meal you've planned, sir.
True, but what can I do? Send LeBeau to my office so I can work with him on every little detail.
Yes, sir.
Sacre bleu, Viennese! Are you kidding, Colonel? I have to soil my whisk preparing Viennese food for the Gestapo.
Yes, and sorry about this. I thought sure Hochstetter might be bringing the German scientist with him into the camp, and we would just take it from there. That's a woman he's bringing, so I guess you're stuck making dinner for nothing.
I could poison their dinner. Nothing obvious. Just something that would kill them in their sleep.
Yeah, Colonel, I could put something together for LeBeau that no one would detect. Could make it take effect even days later.
Come on, guys, we can't do that.
I could get them real sick.
Oui, Colonel. Just a little sick. Nothing much.
No. Let's just do our best and get this over with. LeBeau, get over to Klink's office and help plan this grand dinner of his. Kinch, get London on the horn and see if they know anything more.
Yes, sir. Anything you want me to tell him?
Yeah, tell them we need answers if they want us to pull this escape off.
Okay, sir. I'll do what I can. Say, Colonel, I heard from London. All they know is that the scientist's name is von Schwicker. Supposedly, he's already en route.
What? How the heck are we supposed to find this guy? Is he coming through the tunnels? Is the underground delivering him? Is he arriving on the Queen Mary? What?
London is just as frustrated, sir. They're telling us everything they know.
Are they sure this is for real? This isn't some Gestapo trick, is it?
They say the information is real, that the scientist is on his way. We're supposed to take delivery and send him on his way through the usual route to London.
Sure, no problem. We're waiting around, not sure who this guy is, what he looks like, when he'll be here, how he'll get here, but, oh, don't worry, we'll get him to London on the next tramp steamer. Maybe we'll just book him passage on Hitler's railroad car.
Not sure what to say, Colonel.
No, it's not your fault, Kinch. Keep nagging at London. Also, check with our underground contacts to see if they know anything. Better alert the underground contacts who'll be charged with getting this guy out of here. May as well get everyone riled up besides us.
Yes, sir.
And where is Carter?
He's helping LeBeau with the dinner. Clink thought it would be nicer to have a chef and a waiter.
Did Clink know those two were trying to poison them earlier?
I doubt it, sir.
Okay, I better get over there and see what's going on. I could walk in on a massacre instead of dessert.
Or both. Okay, Colonel. I'll give you the high sign if I find anything out.
Are you enjoying your night in Vienna, Major Hochstetter?
Yes, Clink, it is a very enjoyable evening.
Coming on, Clink. Is the dinner going well?
Who is this man?
Colonel Hogan, the senior officer of the prisoners.
How do you do, Major? I think we've met before.
What is he doing here?
Oh, I was just checking on my men, sir. Wanted to make sure that everything was going well. And if I may ask, who is your beautiful dinner guest? And I don't mean you, Commandant Clink.
Very funny, Hogan. Colonel Hogan, may I present Anneliese von Schwicker. Dr. von Schwicker, Colonel Hogan.
How do you do, Doctor? Was that von Schwicker?
Yes, Colonel. Anneliese von Schwicker.
Oh, so very nice to meet you finally.
Finally?
Oh, yes, Major. You know we prisoners have to keep up on the latest news here at Stalag 13. After all, we don't try bothering to escape. Colonel Clink has that stop cold.
That's right, Hogan. Major Hochstetter, you are aware that no one has ever escaped from Stalag 13?
Yes, I am quite aware of that, even though I have no idea how such idiots have accomplished that.
Hogan, I trust you are through here. Everything is going very well.
Everything tasting okay, sir?
Yes, everything has been quite tasty.
Good, that's just what I wanted to hear. Just want to make sure my men are doing their job. Dr. von Schwicker, has everything been to your liking?
Oh, yes, Colonel. Everything has been wonderful. I had no idea that such fine cuisine could be had at a prisoner of war camp.
Oh, we can prepare all kinds of dishes for our guests.
I bet you can, Colonel. It's a shame I won't be staying that very long.
Oh, when do you have to leave?
I have to leave first thing in the morning.
And where are you off to? I mean, maybe you could stay here for a few days, observe how a well-run prisoner camp works, and my staff could prepare some more wonderful food. I, of course, would personally handle the entertainment part of your stay.
I'm sure you would.
Yes, Hogan, would you handle the entertainment? Now, it is time for you to get back to your barracks.
Yes, Colonel. Perhaps I could see you off in the morning, Doctor.
Oh, I doubt it, Colonel. I have to leave before dawn.
It's surprising how early I get out of bed.
Yes, out of bed. Now time for you to be on your way. Dismiss.
Yes, Colonel, dismissed.
Good night, gentlemen. Doctor.
Good night, Colonel.
A woman?
Yes, and a very attractive one.
Leave it to Jerry to recruit a physicist bird.
Oh, I know. Heck of a disguise.
Yeah, it got her here, but it will make it harder to get her out of here.
Kinch, tell the Underground that we have the package, that they can expect us to pass it on to them. Tell them there may be some special issues.
They'll love that.
Yeah, well, that's the job we all signed up for. Just tell them to make the arrangements. Now we have to figure out how to get her from the guest barracks to the tunnel. You know, Carter, maybe you could prepare some of those ingredients for LeBeau.
What do you have in mind, Colonel?
LeBeau, did Clink ask you to prepare breakfast for the Major and Dr. von Schwicker?
No, but I could get into the kitchen easily enough. Schultz won't know the difference.
Kinch, go over to the guest barracks and tell our traveler to be ready to move.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't I go and tell her, mon colonel?
Last thing I'm going to do is send a Frenchman in the quarters of a beautiful woman. Besides, you've got some cooking to do. Yes, I think this will work out after all.
Le Beau! What are you doing out of your barracks so early?
Kling wanted me to prepare breakfast for our special guests.
Say, what did you think of that doctor? Quite beautiful.
Oh la la, oui. A real knockout. I think that is why Klink wants me to make a special breakfast for her.
What about Hochstetter?
Bread and coffee for him.
Even that is too good for him.
Ah, c'est vrai, you are right. I did bring samples of the Viennese pastry I made for you.
For me?
Oui, just for you, Schultz. After all, is there anyone who can truly judge my baking?
No, you are so correct. Let me have a taste.
Voila. Here, take the whole basket. Let me know what you think. I'll go and start preparing the breakfast.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Madame Doctor, are you ready?
Yes.
Here, let me move the rug next to your bed. Carter, is that you?
Yes.
Ay, 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 why are you dressed like a woman with that awful wig on?
I'm supposed to look like the doctor here and leave by car through the front gate while she leaves through the tunnel.
Mon Dieu! You better hope that it stays dark for a very long time today.
Just be quiet and make your breakfast for Hochstetter. You have the ingredient?
Oui, I have everything I need. Now get up here so the doctor can go down there. Madame, climb down the ladder, follow the tunnel, and someone will meet you and get you on your way.
Thank you. Auf Wiedersehen.
Mayor Hochstetter, I prepare some Viennese pastries for you. Café?
Yes, I need to get going right away. I trust Frau Doctor is getting ready.
Oui, Mayor. She has to eat in her room. Ach, women, never sociable. This coffee has an odd taste. Pardon, I'm very sorry. It is the best the camp has. You know, the war and all. Yeah, the war.
It's fine, just leave me alone.
Maybe the coffee is okay after all. Oh, and maybe not. Oh, ach du lieber, I'm getting sick.
Guten Tag, Fräulein.
Oh, shut up.
Must I leave? I'd really rather stay with you. I feel we're getting to know each other.
Oh, I know. But your work is needed elsewhere.
I could help you here. After all, I am a scientist. There are all sorts of things I could help you with here, behind the lines.
Sure, you could help us here, but you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
But what about us?
We'll always have Stalag 13. I'm not good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of two little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Someday you'll understand that. Now, here's looking at you, kid.
What's that?
It's a ventilation fan.
You have everything here.
Yeah, it's not home, but we do what we can. You know what to do.
I'm ready.
Newkirk, take Dr. von Schwicker to her next contact.
Yes, sir. This way, Doctor.
Goodbye. God bless you.
So, Commandant Clink, did our guests get off okay?
Yes, but they had to leave separately. Major Hochstetter got sick, had to spend an extra day here. Dr. von Schmicker left very early the next morning alone. I didn't even see her off.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Why is that, Hogan?
Not sure the camp life was good for her. I did see her leave, and it wasn't a pretty sight.
And that was Hogan's Heroes. Starring were Todd Eves, Siegfried Christoph, Glenn Garside, Cameron Spencer, James McClure, Jill Jensen, Art Dexter, and Kathy Zilke. Yours truly, Jim McClure, was your announcer.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down a road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant.
And now, the Golden Girls.
I'm not ashamed to
Wow, this is some place.
I know. Isn't Lake Lawn Resort amazing? Such a beautiful view of the lake and such a wonderful facility.
So why are we here?
Ma, we talked about this the whole trip weeks ago in Miami.
Hey, I'm old, pussycat. I forget things.
So you pack a bag, get on a plane, fly to Wisconsin, and you have no idea why.
Hey, I just followed you. I figured you knew where we were going. Of course, I wound up in Shady Pines doing that. I need to be more careful.
Oh, it's okay, Sophia. We all get a little forgetful.
Like how you forget to wear underwear.
Sophia, I don't forget to wear underwear.
That's right. You do it on purpose.
As I was saying, Rose's charity sent her here for a national fundraising contest. It's sort of a reward for all her charity work. They sent her to this wonderful resort for a long weekend, and they have some fun contests to partake in.
Yeah, okay. But why are we here?
With her team.
Team for what?
The charity contest.
What's a charity contest?
Sophia, we have to figure out some way to make more money than the other teams. I get to represent the Miami chapter, and I could bring along 3 guests. It's all in good fun, and all the proceeds go to charity.
And the 3 of us are your team?
That's right, Sophia.
Including Blanche.
Yes, including me.
Why don't we sit in the bar and pimp out Blanche? There's always some group of Shriners at these places. We'll beat the other teams for sure.
Ma.
Hey, I'm just trying to help. Blanche has taken one for the team before. In fact, more than one.
Let's find the restaurant. I'm starved after that trip.
Is the restaurant near the bar?
Ma!
Just thought you were seeing things my way.
The main dining room is in the Frontier Restaurant. It's down this way.
Man, look at the views through those windows.
I know. It's just lovely this time of year. The leaves changing and all.
Yes, that's one thing I do miss about living in Florida versus New York. The change of the seasons.
Oh, it's pretty and all. But this Wisconsin cold just gets right to my bone.
Wisconsin? Cold? It's not cold here at all. When I was in college in St. Olaf, way up in Minnesota, we always came south to Wisconsin for spring break. To work on our tans.
Oh, look at that, Blanche. One of those fire pits in the courtyard. Oh, I would think that would be so nice to sit in front of on a crisp autumn evening.
Oh, I know. Roasting marshmallows. Here we are. The Frontier Restaurant.
Oh, look at that view. It's all windows overlooking the lake.
Well, speaking of views, Rose, who's that gorgeous hunk of masculinity standing next to the bar?
Who?
Oh, that man over at the bar, tall, thick, gray hair, authoritative, speaking to the bartender.
Oh, him. That's Gerard Prendergast. He's the food and beverage director here at Lake Lawn. I worked with him on all the food arrangements. Very nice man. Very accommodating.
Yes, I'd like to work on some arrangements with him. I really need some accommodation.
Talk about fire pits.
Ma, let's get a table. Isn't this pretty? So lovely. It's always so relaxing to be next to the water.
Where did that Gerard go?
Rose, would you please take your napkin and wipe Blanche's mouth? She's drooling.
Oh, Dorothy, I just can't help it. He reminds me so much of the foreman on my daddy's plantation when I was a young lass, just coming of age, like a blossom with all the promise of bursting forth as a luscious peach.
You know, if you Southerners would have fought the Civil War with poetic prose, we'd all be singing Dixie.
Oh, the foreman, Harlow was his name, was in charge of all the day-to-day work going on in the plantation. Planting the crops, mending the fences, tending to the animals, harvesting, that sort of thing. He was also in charge of the hired hands that Big Daddy hired every summer. Oh, yes, the hard hands, those muscled, tanned, broad-shouldered young men, wearing nothing but overalls and boots, sweating in that intense, hot, southern sun, holding around those huge fence posts from one end of the plantation to the other.
Rose! Get Blanche again with the napkin.
Harlow was the gentleman that supervised them. He was a long-time employee of Big Daddy. He was an older man, experienced, always knew just what to do, always in charge. He had a very deep, manly voice. He never yelled, but he could have anyone just doing anything he wanted. He always knew just the right spot where those fence posts should go.
Excuse me, Dorothy. I need to have a cigarette after hearing about Harlow.
Good evening, ladies. My name's Cuthbert, but you can call me Bert. Welcome to the Frontier Restaurant. Could I start you off with something to drink?
I'll have a beer.
A beer?
Yeah, a beer. I'm in Wisconsin. I'll have a beer. How about a Schlitz?
I'm sorry, we don't carry that anymore.
Okay, how about a Pabst?
Sorry, we don't have that either.
What kind of Wisconsin bar is this?
Ma, they really don't make those brands anymore. At least not the way you remember them.
I'll tell you what. Bring me a flight of Wisconsin beers.
When did you learn to order like that? Flights of beer?
You should show up at bingo more often.
Bourbon on the rocks for me.
Do your Shirley Temples come with an umbrella?
Why, yes, they do.
Oh, wonderful. I'll have one of those. With an extra cherry?
Gin martini, straight up. So, Rose, tell us more about this contest.
Okay. The charity and the hotel are sponsoring a huge fall festival event on the grounds here. There will be all sorts of artists and craft sales, some scouting demonstrations, musicians, just a whole lot to see and do.
But what are we all supposed to do?
Well, each team signs up to man a booth, like selling food or refreshments, stuff like that. These booths will be all over the property. The objective is to be the team that brings in the most money. It's just all for fun, except, of course, I must win.
Rose, why are you so competitive? You're being honored with this trip to this beautiful resort. They paid for your friends to come with you. Just enjoy the fun.
How do you think I got this trip? By surrendering like you?
Rose!
Oh, I'm sorry. I just don't know what comes over me in these situations. I have to win.
Ladies, here are your drinks.
Oh, thank you. And 2 umbrellas and 2 cherries.
You're living large, Rose.
I know what Rose means. I used to be competitive like that, too.
You, Ma?
Picture it. Sicily, 1921. A young, olive-skinned maiden as she blossoms into womanhood.
More blossoming?
Shut up and listen. It was springtime for the annual coming out event in the village.
Oh, Sophia, you are a debutante, too?
No. In Sicily, it refers to when teenage girls get to buy their first bra.
Ma!
I was bound and determined to win the first choice.
Ma!
But I was never as fast a runner as Carlotta Calavecchio.
Ma?
But I was determined to win the first prize. This pretty little lace number that showed just enough cleavage without being trashy.
Ma!
What? You know what I mean. Look at Blanche. If she even wears a bra, talk about trashy.
Ma, finish the story. Wait, let me guess. You had Carlotta killed.
Oh, I told this story before.
You did not have that girl killed. There was no bra chasing contest, and you were never a debutante. I'm starting to wonder if you were ever even in Sicily.
Okay, I'll just sit here and sip my beer.
So what should we sign up for?
The only things left are the soft drink stands.
Soft drinks? Like soda pop?
Yes.
Well, we can't make any money doing that. Can't we change it to a cocktail stand?
Oh, no. Hard liquor isn't allowed.
Well, why not?
I don't know. Those are just the rules.
Who made up these rules?
Gerard Pendergrast.
Perfect. Don't worry. We'll be serving bourbon from sunup to sundown. And Sophia, find that little lace number of yours. We're going to win this contest and win big. Now, if you excuse me, ladies, I have some arrangements to make.
I can't believe how well it's going.
I know. It's hard to keep up with all the orders. Ma, here's that lemon Coke.
It's about time. I have thirsty customers here.
Blanche, here's that double bourbon.
Well, thank you, Rose.
You know, Rose, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but it was genius on your part to put Blanche against my mother in their own little contest and have us prepare the drinks while they work sales.
I know. Nothing like a little competition with real stakes to sharpen the senses. Really brings out the killer instinct.
Rose, it's all in fun.
There's no such thing as fun, Dorothy. Only winning.
Yes, whatever you say, Rose.
I've been tracking those two. Blanche is ahead in total unit sales, but Sophia is ahead in dollar volume.
Which do you use to determine the winner?
Cash is king, Dorothy. Cash is king. If Sophia sells just one drink for $1 million, she wins. I don't care how much cleavage Blanche shows.
Well, there you go, sir. And you there. Yes, that's right, you. Now, why don't you come on over here and say hello? That's right. Now, what can I interest you in? Surely a big strapping man like you needs a little refreshment on this hot day.
It's not all that hot out today. It's November, after all.
Oh, I can make it nice and hot. Know what I mean?
Oh, I'll have a bourbon. Lots of ice.
Want to make it a double? After all, it's for charity.
Yeah, sure.
You know, every time Blanche points to her chest, she sells a double.
Whatever it takes. I mean, we need to win.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to bite. It's all for charity.
So, what are you selling here?
What does it look like? We're selling refreshments. What can I get for you?
Not sure if I want to drink this early.
Not sure? Listen, come closer. That's right. You're right next to me. I want to tell you a story. Listen, you jamoke. You buy a double Irish car bomb or I'll have you killed. I'm Sicilian. I've done it before, and I'll do it again.
Ma, what are you telling that customer?
Nothing! And I need 2 double Irish car bombs.
Score! Say, do you know how Blanche got permission for us to sell alcohol?
No, I didn't ask. Don't ask, don't tell. It's all about plausible deniability.
But, Rose, there's still right and wrong.
No, Dorothy. There are only winners and losers. So unless you're a loser, I suggest you keep pouring like there's no tomorrow.
Double scotch!
Bottle of champagne!
You know, this reminds me of when I was a young girl in St. Olaf.
Oh, no, not another young maiden's blossoming story.
Oh, no, Dorothy. No stories about chasing after first bras. In St. Olaf, no one chased after bras. Our bras were made of Shetland wool. Our mothers knit them themselves.
Wool? Didn't they shrink?
Oh, no. Not if you wash them right. And they really do a nice job of exfoliating.
Enough of these bra stories.
Well, okay, Dorothy, but you brought it up. No, in St. Olaf, during the first spring, after a girl turned 18, just as the snow melted down to about 20 feet, we would have a huge contest. All the girls would participate. It was sponsored by the 5-H.
5-H? Isn't it the 4-H?
Oh, it's just like that, only we added herring. Anyway, there were all sorts of events. Log rolling, curling, stone tossing, boyfriend carrying. It was sort of a Minnesota decathlon.
I see.
Well, Annika Ingebretson and I were tied to the very end. I was leading until the boyfriend carrying event. Annika was 6 feet tall and had these long legs. She had this short boyfriend that she had just started to go out with right before the contest. He weighed nothing at all, and there I was, stuck with Bjarne Jensen, the captain of the football team and a linebacker. I should have dumped him before that contest. I don't care how many cows he bought me. So, it came down to the last event, the lutefisk eating contest. I so wanted to win.
What exactly is a lutefisk?
Well, it's dried, cold cod that's been soaked in a lye solution for several days to rehydrate it. You rinse it with cold water to remove the lye, then boil it, bake it, and serve it with butter, salt, and pepper. It's sort of like fish jello.
Sounds awful.
Well, why on earth do you think the Vikings left Scandinavia to pillage Europe? They were just looking for a decent meal.
That explains Normandy.
And why we never finished conquering England? I mean, how much steak and kidney pie can you eat? So, what could I do to beat Annika? She always had to win the lutefisk event on the JV team. But this was for the money.
So what did you do? Kill her?
Dorothy, I could never do that. I just made sure the codfish she ate didn't quite have all the lye rinsed out of it.
Rose, that's awful. She could have died.
But she didn't. Just a few burns on the inside of her mouth. No worse than a Mexican meal.
So what's the point of this story?
Well, Dorothy, I just turn into this competitive beast in these sorts of contests.
I guess so.
I'm hearing way too much talking and not enough pouring.
What the heck is a brandy old-fashioned sweet?
Oh, I can make that. It's the state cocktail of Wisconsin. We used to pound them down on spring break.
Isn't this so nice sitting here at the fire pit tonight, all bundled up on a crisp fall evening in front of a warm fire, drinking hot chocolate?
I prefer my Irish coffee.
Haven't you had your fill of alcohol today?
What? It's not like I was drinking any of it. Besides, I beat Blanche. I deserve a little reward.
I cannot believe you beat me. Beat me, a beautiful, young, and bosomy woman.
What can I tell you? Death threats and Sicilian curses beat empty promises every time.
Shut up, old woman.
I can't believe we lost.
I never did hear who won.
The team from Las Vegas. They had a male stripper show. Every gray-haired lady this side of Lake Michigan paid to see it.
Well, a lot of money was made, and it all went to a good cause.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Blanche, where are you off to?
Oh, I have to find Gerard. Remember how we got to sell cocktails? Well, it's time for me to pay up, and I don't mind a bit.
and that was The Golden Girls. As Dorothy, Jill Jensen. Rose was played by Kathy Zilke. As Blanche, Renee Bushell. As Sophia, Vicky Dumais. As the cocktail waiter, Todd Eves. As customer number 1, Art Dexter. As customer number 2, Cameron Spencer. This great show was written by Steve Brown and Mike Ullstrup. And was directed by Vicky Dumais. Yours truly, Jim McClure, was your announcer. As always, support for the WGTD Radio Theater comes from the Kenosha law firm of Aaliyah, Dumais, Dunn, and McTiernan. Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin. And the not-for-profit Brown-Ullstrup Performing Arts Foundation, located in Salem, Wisconsin. Join us next time at beautiful Lake Lawn Resort on Saturday, December 13th, for our annual holiday extravaganza. They'll be singing skits, carols, dancing girls. Well, maybe not dancing girls, but it is radio. Pretend there are dancing girls. For the WGTD Radio Theater, I'm Jim McClure signing off. Have a great day.